Welcome to Bohl Diamond at Blair Field as the Long Beach State Dirtbags host Cal State Fullerton to kick off the 15-mile rivalry series. I'm Bruce Kuntz alongside Siyah Youngblood, and you are listening to 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM, KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. This is a pivotal weekend for the Dirtbags to try and stay within striking distance of the Big West Championship Tournament. TJ Bruce's squad enters in 10th place in the conference, 3.5 games back of the 5 seed. Long Beach State will look to senior Calif Anderson as the starter to start turning around a bumpy season.
Yeah, Bruce. Long Beach has won just 2 of their last 7 games. They have a 10-2 win against Irvine and a 17-4 win against Northridge. Hoping to get their third today, and I think that starts with making sure we're staying on top of things on both sides of the ball. We're sitting at 165 runs this season, just 14 more than Fullerton, sitting at 151. I really want to see them capitalize off of that offense to try and get ahead of the game. Now, when doing that, maintaining the lead is important. We saw a taste of that in their last matchup, which was a 5-10 loss against Cal Baptist. They started the game off scoring 4 in the first inning, and Cal Baptist answered by scoring 8 in the second, and neither team scored again until Long Beach got 1 in that 7th inning. So making sure that they close that gap and get to those 3 quick outs.
They've lost 3 in their last 4, had lost 2 of 3 against CSUN on the road last weekend, so that's how they're entering tonight. As for the Cal State Fullerton Titans, they stand in 4th place in the conference, right in the heat of the seeding battle. After a 3rd place finish a year ago, the Titans lost some key contributors, but their main returners have been nothing short of excellent. Tonight's starting pitcher, Micaiah Negretti, enters with a 1.74 ERA, and right fielder Paul Contreras paces the conference with a .378 batting average.
Yeah, as for Fullerton, sitting at an overall record of 15-16, they've won 4 of their last 7. Their last game was a 3-7 loss to UCLA, and before that, they were on a 3-game win streak. Looking at our all-time series, Fullerton is 66-41 when playing against Long Beach, so the Titans are hoping to make that 67 today, Bruce. But something I want to see from Fullerton today is to capitalize off of their pitching. As you mentioned, Micaiah, we also have Bobby Mahoney and Dylan Smith. They're sitting at 3rd place in the Big West. So if they're making sure that pitching is consistent, I think that will go well for them tonight.
Been a great weekend rotation for Cal State Fullerton throughout this season. They'll look to lean on those starters again in this series. Take it through the Fullerton starting lineup. They've got Nick Miller in left field. Batting leadoff, Paul Contreras, the 2-man playing right field, has been nothing short of excellent so far in conference play, batting .500 against Big West opponents. Cameron Kim, the UCLA transfer, bats 3rd, playing 3rd base. Ty Thomas, the DH, batting cleanup. Andrew Kirkner, the first baseman, bats 5th, with Eli Lopez, the senior, playing 2nd base and batting 6th. Nico Lombardi bats behind him while playing catcher. Cade O'Hara, the shortstop, bats 8th, and then Cam Burdick rounds out the lineup in the 9 spot. It's again taking the mound for Long Beach State is the right-handed senior Calif Anderson, transferred in from Fresno State. This is his 15th game pitched this year, 4th start. Hasn't been all that successful, and that's indicative of the entire Long Beach State pitching staff, but Anderson comes in with a 6.25 ERA and 145 whip on the year.
Yeah, we got a fun weekend planned here. We got our ceremonial pitch from the new minor league team, the Long Beach Coast, today. Tomorrow, the 1991 Long Beach State alum team will be honored, and their part in taking the team to its 2nd World Series within a 3-year span after defeating Oklahoma State in the Austin Regional. And then on Sunday, we have some Sunday fun day for the kids.
Nick Miller digging into the right-handed batter's box to lead things off right on right matchup in the top of the 1st inning. Dirtbags in their black jerseys, white pants, as the first pitch slider is in from Anderson for a strike. Nick Miller in the box, the senior for Cal State Fullerton, batting .297 on the year. He's facing off with Calif Anderson to start things off. Anderson goes out of the windup. Swung on and missed. Good breaking ball again. Has him ahead 0-2. Cal State Fullerton in their all-road grays, navy blue helmets. Miller with a white sleeve on his right arm and white batting gloves. Gets into a crouch in the box. 0-2 pitch from Anderson. Line drive out into the left center gap. Ranging over, unable to get there as Smith Chandler. He'll field it in the gap and hold Miller to a single, but it's an 0-2 count and leadoff base hit for Nick Miller. Tried to triple up on the breaking ball, but Anderson couldn't get it by him. And that'll bring in Paul Contreras. Heavily dangerous bat in this Cal State Fullerton lineup. Contreras, since the beginning of March, batting .476. It's been a heater with a capital H. He's in the right-handed box, no batting gloves, old school with stirrups as well. Miller off of first base. Anderson comes home. First pitch taken down and away. Another breaking ball. All 4 off-speed pitches from Anderson to start things off. Contreras is a junior. Has the bat resting on his shoulder as Anderson looks over to first. Now comes set. Nick Miller's 1 for 4 on stolen base attempts this year. And Anderson steps off the back of the mound. Shadows halfway through the infield. Pickoff attempt to first, but Miller was almost on top of the bag already, so he gets back standing up. It's all 3 righties at the top of this Cal State Fullerton order. We only have 1 lefty in the starting lineup tonight. That's the number 5 hitter, Andrew Kirchner. Miller bouncing off of first, comes home. Another slider that misses low. It's 2-0 to Contreras. Not the hitter Caleb Anderson wants to fall behind. At .476 average since the start of March. It's another sinker that time. First fastball of the night, but it does miss again. 3-0 to Paul Contreras. In that stretch since the start of March, a .568 on base percentage and 7 home runs for Contreras. 3-0, missed up and away. It's a 4-pitch walk for Paul Contreras, and Fullerton's in business. First and second, nobody out in the top of the first.
Got number 9 coming up for Fullerton here. We got Cameron Kim. He's on a hitting streak of 3 right now, and his longest is 4.
Kim transferred to the Titans from UCLA. There with the Bruins, only made 17 starts across 2 years, but immediately was expected to make a big impact with Cal State Fullerton, and that's exactly what he's done. .279 batting average, a .744 OPS on the year. Another righty in the box, first and second with nobody out. Anderson glances back to second, now comes home. Finally got it in there at the knees for a strike. He's ahead 0-1 on Cameron Kim. A 1 pitch miss down low. The count evens. Damon Valdez, the true freshman, is in the squat for Long Beach State tonight. Been a rotation of Valdez and Connor Stewart throughout the season. 1-1 from Anderson. Squares around a bunt, but a breaking ball falls into the zone as Kim pulled it back. Counts 1-2. Ty Thomas, the on-deck batter. Kim's going to try and drive in a run. First and second with nobody out. 1-2 pitch from Anderson. Line drive out into center field. Matt Toomey ranging back, and he's going to get there to make the catch. Toomey throws it in, and right, the shortstop gets airmailed. Now here comes Contreras trying for second base, and he slides in safely. A bad throw from Matt Toomey in center field over the cutoff man. Allows for an extra 90 feet. Miller was tagging and was going to get to third easily, but Contreras was able to run back to first and tag. 2 runners in scoring position now for Cal State Fullerton with Ty Thomas coming up. Matt Toomey out in center field for the Dirtbags. Not his normal spot. Trevor Goldenet's out of the lineup tonight, the true freshman for the Dirtbags that has been fantastic on both sides of the ball this year. Got hit by a pitch on Monday against Cal Baptist in the hand. Had to leave and remains on the bench for this one. Ty Thomas in the box. First pitch slider taken, but he went around as he checked his swing. Counts 0-1. Dirtbags have the infield back all the way across. Willing to cede that run from third. Trying to prevent a crooked number. Now time gets called as Thomas was stepping in. Our home plate umpire, Kelly Gonzalez, stepped out in front of the catcher. Looked like he was telling Anderson to make eye contact with Thomas. Rest of our umpiring crew, Matt McMahon down at first base, Anthony Norris at second, and Ray Patchen at third. 0-1 pitch from Anderson. Hard ground ball up the middle and through. 1 run is in. Contreras gets held up at third. Ty Thomas remains at first base as well with an RBI single, and Cal State Fullerton is struck first.
First baseman number 19, Andrew Kirchner.
Andrew Kirchner will come up next, the only lefty in the order for Cal State Fullerton. Runners at the corners and 1 out. Caleb Anderson in trouble here in the first inning. Nick Miller came in to score the run. Damon Valdez stepped out in front of home plate, looking over towards the dirtbag dugout for a set of signs. Now he'll retreat back to his catcher's box. Runners at first and third. Ty Thomas at first base, 2 for 3 on stolen base attempts this year. Shows bunt, lays it down the first base line and fair. That's going to bring in another run. Evans fields and doesn't get the tag on him. Andrew Kirchner lays down a squeeze and is able to beat it out.
He was right by him, then he just slid right past.
Jake Evans playing first base tonight for the Dirtbags after he fielded the bunt. Couldn't get the tag on Kirchner as he flew by. It's an RBI bunt single for Andrew Kirchner. Fullerton's ahead 2-0.
Got our number 1, Nick Miller, coming to the plate.
It's Eli Lopez coming up now. Lopez, the senior second baseman, has spent all 4 years of his collegiate career with Cal State Fullerton. Runners on first and second with 1 out. First pitch from Caleb Anderson, caught the outside corner. Anderson comes set again. Trying to prevent further damage as a fastball sails up and away. Counts 1-1 to Eli Lopez. Not the start Long Beach State was looking for in this one. They already came into tonight with a 6.73 ERA as a staff this year. It's been the pitching that's held them back. 1-1, missed up and in badly, almost hit Lopez. Instead, the count's 2-1. Only 1 out in the top of the first inning. Still a couple runners on and a 2-0 Titan lead. Anderson's 2-1, just missed up high. Hitters count for Eli Lopez, with Nico Lombardi, the catcher, waiting on deck. Enright, the shortstop, holding the runner on. He bounces off. And a swing and a miss. Good fastball up and away. Gets Lopez to swing through it. Counts full. Anderson trying to win the battle. Payoff pitch. Fastball. Missed it just barely up high.
Yeah, Bruce, with Fullerton coming out with this offense, I think Long Beach in this next inning is going to make sure they need to capitalize off of theirs, to not fall too far behind.
Bases are loaded after the walk, and Abe Alvarez is going to come out for a mound visit. A bumpy first inning so far for Caleb Anderson, and he is not out of it yet by any means. Bases are loaded with 1 out, 2 runs already across for the Titans as Alvarez, Long Beach State's pitching coach, walks out to the mound. Nico Lombardi will be coming up next for the Titans, right-handed hitting catcher. He's batting .295 on the year. Lopez with the second walk issued in the inning by Anderson. Command hasn't been a huge problem for Caleb Anderson this year, and the struggles that he's had. Came into tonight with a 6.25 ERA. That's already grown, but Only 2.3 walks per 9 innings. It's just been barrels that have usually been the problem. 10.8 hits per 9. Fullerton getting it done in both ways in this inning. 3 hits and 2 walks so far. As the bases unloaded with 1 out. Nico Lombardi digging into the right-handed box. Caleb Anderson still pitching out of the stretch as the corners are pulled in for Long Beach State in the infield. First pitch to Lombardi, slider that missed down low. This Fullerton offense has not been the main factor in their 4th place standing. 4.9 runs per game leaves some to be desired. Fastball in for a strike. It's been the weekend rotation that really has stood out for Cal State Fullerton. Offense has done just enough. One count to Nico Lombardi. Anderson gets a whiff. Lombardi does a full walk around the home plate circle, chased the slider outside that time. So Lombardi resets himself with a 1-2 count. Evans and Lena back off as the corner infielders. 1-2, slider missed up high. Popped out of the hand and Lombardi had to duck. Counts 2-2. Fastball just missed outside. Good pitch from Anderson, but Lombardi lays off. Now the count's full with nowhere to put him. Cade O'Hara, the shortstop, waiting on deck. 3-2 with the bases juiced. Payoff pitch from Caleb Anderson goes straight to the backstop. Yanked to fastball, and that's ball 4. Lombardi walks, and that brings home another run. It's 3-0 Titans in the first. Ugly start for Long Beach State in their Friday night starter. Caleb Anderson opened the year as a reliever. Since moving into the rotation and this Friday night starter role has not been met with a ton of success, but still has kept the job. It's the 3rd walk of the inning now, and that brings in Cade O'Hara. Bases still loaded, only 1 out. First pitch to O'Hara, line drive foul down the 3rd base line. Was out ahead of a fastball. Eighth batter to the plate in the inning. A 1 count to Cade O'Hara. Anderson misses with a slider up and in. O'Hara bailed out of the batter's box to prevent getting hit. One from Anderson. Fastball missed up high and goes off of Valdez's glove to the backstop. That brings in another run. See how that gets scored. Valdez had to go up above the strike zone certainly to try and catch it, but his glove got there, tipped off the leather and rolled to the backstop. Either way, it's 4-0 Titans. Runners at 2nd and 3rd now, and the infield comes in all the way across for Long Beach State. This is Anderson's 30th pitch of the inning. It's popped up out of play. Counts 2-2. Tough spot for Long Beach State to be in. Not only with a 4 spot and counting for the Titans in the first, but with the ace for Cal State Fullerton waiting to come out and pitch the bottom half. 2-2 tipped foul. Just got a piece with the end of the bat. Sent it off of Valdez and careening to the backstop. Micaiah Negretti has been so good this year for Cal State Fullerton. A sub-2 ERA as their Friday night starter. So big hole for Long Beach State to try and overcome. We'll look to prevent any further damage. It's 4-0 in the top of the first. Runners at second and third and only one out. Another 2-2 pitch to O'Hara. Fastball swung on and missed. Caleb Anderson gets a big punch out. Runners stay put at second and third with 2 down now in the inning. It's the first strikeout of the night for Anderson. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Cam Burdick. Nick Miller led off the inning. Now he's on deck. Burdick standing tall in the right-handed box. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and a fastball caught the letters for strike 1. Burdick is batting .240 on the season. Only a .269 on base percentage, but has some pop in the bat. .460 slug. Swings and misses at a slider. Waved at it off the outside corner. The count's 0-2. Anderson trying to keep the Titans at a 4-run lead. 0-2 pitch. Slider fell into the zone for a called strike 3. Caleb Anderson strikes out back-to-back Titans, but it's Cal State Fullerton who wins the first inning. A 4-0 advantage as we go to the bottom of the first on 22 West Radio. Bottom of the first with Long Beach State coming up to bat for the first time. Take you through the Dirtbag lineup against the lefty on the mound, Micaiah Negretti pitching for Cal State Fullerton. Dirtbags have Smith Chandler up in the leadoff spot. Jake Evans batting second, playing first base. Trotter Enright bats third. Dylan Lena in the 4 spot, the team RBI leader. Matt Toomey bats fifth with Luke Taylor DHing and batting sixth. Caden Smacka in the 7th spot, Damon Valdez behind him, and Camden Gasser back in the starting lineup to round things out. It's a tough assignment for Long Beach State, behind 4-0 as they get their first ups. They're going to have to try and do it without their leading hitter, the true freshman Trevor Goldenetz, remaining out tonight. Got hit by a pitch on Monday against Cal Baptist. Jake Evans also got hit and had to leave that game, but Evans got hit in the knee and is back in tonight. Goldenetz still on the bench. So Smith Chandler moves up to the leadoff spot. He digs into the right-handed box to face Negretti out of the windup. First pitch of the inning is in there at the knees for strike 1. Micaiah Negretti not the kind of pitcher that's going to nibble. Only 1 walk per 9 innings this year, top 20 in the nation. Command, a big reason for his success. Gets a swing and a miss at a filthy curveball in the dirt.
Yeah, I think this inning is going to be very crucial for Long Beach just to figure out how much of a game of catch-up this is going to have to be. Sitting down 4, hopefully it won't be any more than that.
He's quickly ahead 0-2 on Chandler. Pitch from Negretti, another curveball that gets tapped foul. Smith Chandler had a monster game back at CSUN, played there 2 years ago on the Friday night game, second game of the series last weekend. Chandler went 4 for 4 with a pair of home runs. It was a game that Long Beach State ended up winning 17-4. So it was all dirtbags on Friday, and then the Matadors punched back in a big way, an 18-4 win to close out that series for CSUN. Another 0-2 to Smith Chandler. Another breaking ball is tapped on the ground over to third base. Fielded by Kim. His throw across the diamond is there in time for the first out.
Yeah, this side of the ball is really going to be the challenge that Long Beach is going to have to face. We have Negretti with 11 strikeouts, Bobby Mahoney with 7, and Dylan Smith with 6.
Negretti against Hawaii earlier this spring through a complete game shutout. Had 11 strikeouts in that game and was named a perfect game National Pitcher of the Week. It was just one of many quality starts that he's put together so far this year. 1.74 ERA and 1.06 whip coming in. Jake Evans in the box now as he fouls one back. Evans has been a revelation this year for Long Beach State. Had sporadic playing time as a freshman last year, but now the hometown kid has made some big adjustments. A 1.020 OPS, over 1,000 so far in his sophomore campaign, batting .356. On one pitch from Negretti, fouled straight back. Evans is behind 0-2. The .487 on base percentage for Jake Evans, ranks third in the Big West. Second on his team with Trevor Goldenetz at .489, not in the lineup tonight. Negretti freezes him with a curveball right onto the outside corner. It's a 3-pitch strikeout for the second out. Trotter Enright will come up with Long Beach looking for some kind of answer after Fullerton put up 4 in the top of the first. Nico Lombardi, the catcher. It's a full senior battery for Cal State Fullerton. Left on left matchup with Trotter Enright in the box, and he takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Jason Dietrich, the 5th-year head coach for Cal State Fullerton. Spent a lot of time with this university in his baseball days. Curveball misses down low. Dietrich graduated from Cal State Fullerton and went on to be the pitching coach for one stint before leaving, was an assistant across a couple different schools before coming back in 2021. Has held the head coaching job here ever since. Hard ground ball over towards second base. Lopez ranges to his right, fields and throws to first in plenty of time. It's a 1-2-3 first inning for Micaiah Negretti. We go to the second. Titans still ahead 4-0 on 22 West Radio. Caleb Anderson back out there after a 35-pitch first inning for Long Beach State. Take you through the full defense behind him. Damon Valdez is the true freshman catching. In the corner infield, Dylan Lena at third base, Jake Evans at first. Up the middle, Trotter Enright at shortstop with Camden Gasser in at second base. Outfield left to right, Smith Chandler, Matt Toomey, and Caden Smacka. It's the top of the order backup for Cal State Fullerton after they brought all 9 to the plate in the first. Nick Miller singled to lead off the game. And he digs back into the right-handed box. Anderson out of the windup. Bunt laid down the third base line. Lena can't barehand it. It's a bunt single for Nick Miller on the first pitch of the second inning. Second bunt hit of the game for Cal State Fullerton. That brings up Paul Contreras, the same spot he was up in the first, man on first, and nobody out. Contreras walked his first time up there. Anderson sets the belt. Comes home with a fastball at the letters for strike one. There's a 4-pitch free pass for Contreras in the first, so that's the first strike that he's seen today. An even .500 batting average in conference play. Pickoff attempt to first, but Miller's back. The stretch for Contreras has been unconscious since Big West play started. A .593 on base percentage, slugging almost 800. Takes a breaking ball at the knees for strike two. Oh, 0-2 count to Contreras. A slider bends onto the outside corner. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Caleb Anderson sets him down on 3 pitches, all looking for Contreras.
Nice there from Anderson. That's what Long Beach is going to need in this inning to make sure they get this over with quick and get back to that batting to make sure they can get some points on that board.
It's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Anderson. Brings in Cameron Kim with a man on first and 1 out. Still some light poking through to the infield. The pickoff throw at first was a little wild, but Evans got off the bag to corral it. One sliver of light catching the legs and around the belt of Caleb Anderson. Doesn't look like it rides up to the release point. First pitch, slider in for a strike, as it actually did look like there were some shadows affecting the arm of Anderson as he came through. It's a tough look for the hitters. As he comes set, the ball is in the shade at his belt. Another pick off to first. As Anderson releases, it briefly goes into the light before going back into the shade for most of the distance to home plate. So you wonder if Contreras going down looking on 3 pitches wasn't picking it up. 0-1. Line drive down the third base line and just fair. That's going to bounce into the corner. Chandler over to get it. Miller getting a wave at third base. He's coming around. The relay throw is high again, and Miller's going to score standing up. An RBI double from Cameron Kim gives Fullerton a 5-0 lead.
Almost looked like that was going for that foul line there. Stayed right in.
It's all Titans so far in this one. Cameron Kim was the first out of the first inning, but now he strikes in. Joins the party for Cal State Fullerton with an RBI double. Man at second now with 1 out, 5-0 the Titans lead. Ty Thomas stepping in next. Anderson glances to second, now comes home. Slider in at the knees for a strike. It's a full 3-game series this weekend, so you have to wonder, the larger this lead gets early on for the Titans, that affects the pitching management decisions for Long Beach State. Hard ground ball up the middle, bounces off of Gasser and into center field. That brings Cameron Kim in to score. That'll be scored E4 against Camden Gasser, and it's 6-0 Titans.
First base number 19, Andrew Kirchner.
Andrew Kirchner in next. Caleb Anderson looking to stop the bleeding. It's a man at first with 1 out. First pitch lifted out into the left center gap, ranging over Matt Toomey on a dead sprint. He doesn't get there. Bounces a couple of times into the wall. Stop sign does get thrown up for Thomas. Double for Andrew Kirchner. Second and third now with 1 out for Fullerton. This game looking like it could quickly get out of hand. Now Abe Alvarez is going to walk out to the mound for Long Beach State. It does look like that they scored Ty Thomas's at bat a single, not an error against Camden Gasser. Wouldn't surprise me if that ends up getting changed. But Long Beach State is going to make a pitching change here. Caleb Anderson's night is over. They're going to the bullpen. It's Kaimi Kahalekai, the sophomore, coming in for Long Beach State. 6-0 Titans, and the Dirtbags go to the bullpen early on 22 West Radio. Still in the top of the second inning as Long Beach State makes a pitching change. Kaimi Kahalekai, the 6'8" sophomore, is in to throw. 6-0, the Titans lead with runners at second and third and 1 out, threatening to add some more. This game could quickly get into blowout territory if Long Beach State can't put a stop to Fullerton's second inning. Eli Lopez digging in to face the tall righty on the mound. Infield in all the way across for Long Beach State. First pitch from Kahalekai. Fastball at the letters for a strike. He rides his heater up into the low 90s. Kahalekai has struggled this year, though. 12 innings and an even 12 ERA. Fastball sails up high. It was a tough outing for Caleb Anderson. 5 of the 6 runs that he allowed go down as earned. There was a pass ball that scored one of them. Pop up out of play, makes the count 1-2. The 2 runners still on base are the responsibility of Anderson, so if they come around to score, they'll go against his line. But 7 hits and 3 walks and 1 1/3. Not the start Anderson was looking for to start this series. 1-2, fastball missed high. Kahalekai has issued 12 walks and 4 hit batters in his 12 innings of work. It's a 2-2 hit Lopez on the hand. He jumped around for a moment, but now drops all his batting gear to head down to first base. Appears to be okay. So there's the 5th hit by pitch of the year for Kahalekai. The bases are now loaded. Nico Lombardi will have a chance to break this game open for Cal State Fullerton if that hasn't happened already. Bases loaded with 1 out in the 2nd inning. 6-0 Titans. Corner infield pulled in for the Dirtbags, playing double play depth up the middle. First pitch fastball in at the letters. Lombardi looked quickly over towards his dugout. Looked like he didn't love the call. If that did catch the zone, it would be the very top of it. Oh, 1. Pop up out towards center field, ranging over into the gap. Smacka gives way to Toomey, plenty deep enough to score a run as Toomey's throw comes into the cutoff man. They hold Kirchner at second base, but a run comes in to score. Nico Lombardi with a sacrifice fly to make it 7-0 Titans.
Shortstop number 50, Cade O'Hara.
Runner still at 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs now for Cade O'Hara. Ty Thomas came in to score the run. O'Hara struck out his first time up. A chance to redeem himself in an RBI spot. First pitch from Kahalekai. Fastball popped up behind home plate, and that'll get out of play. Hits hard on the roof right above us and sends some metal shavings flying down. That's just a bit unsettling. 0-1 to Cade O'Hara. Kahalekai very fastball heavy. That's all he's thrown so far in his 8 pitches. Oh, 1. There's a curveball. It bends in for a strike. Good looking 12-6 action on that one. And the count's 0-2. Kahalekai trying to end the inning. Fastball, fly ball out into right field. Smacka was playing in. Now he ranges back and makes, oh, he dropped it.
Oh.
He got there and couldn't reel it in. One more run is in for Cal State Fullerton. Caden Smacka had a beat on it, got there and was throwing on the brakes before he dropped it just in front of the warning track. That immediately goes up as an error against the dirtbag right fielder. It's 8-0 Titans, and nothing is going Long Beach State's way tonight. That's the first error to go down officially. Camden Gasser also had a ball deflect off of him that they ruled a hit. First pitch misses down and into Cam Burdick. Runners are at second and third with 2 out. 1-0 bounced in, but is blocked by Valdez. The 2-0. Tapped foul back behind home plate. All 8 runs that Fullerton has scored have gone against the line of Caleb Anderson, the Long Beach State starter. 8 runs, 7 of them earned. The 2-1 pitch from Kahalekai. Ground ball foul. Counts 2-2 to the number 9 hitter in the Cal State Fullerton order. Burdick struck out looking to end the first inning. He lines this one out towards center field. Matt Toomey ranging back, but he's got a beat, and he reels this one in. It's a fly out to center field to leave a couple stranded for the Titans, but they bring across 4 more. Going to the bottom of the second, it's 8-0 Cal State Fullerton on 22 West Radio. Eight to nothing Cal State Fullerton as we enter the bottom of the second inning. Long Beach State going to have to try and fight back against the Fullerton ace. Micaiah Negrete put him down in order on 10 pitches at the bottom of the first. It's Dylan Lena leading off the second frame. I do want to issue a reminder, this is a simulcast tonight for us on 22 West Radio. We've got this game at Blair Field. JD Beaudry is over at the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. He'll be covering Long Beach State men's volleyball against UC Santa Barbara. The game will have first serve in just about 10 minutes. So you can find both of those games on the 22 West Sports YouTube channel. If you want to stay with ours, you'll have to go to the YouTube because if you're listening on the FM stream, it will switch coverage over to the volleyball game at the top of the hour. Dylan Lena pops up the first pitch into short right field, ranging all the way into the grass. Lopez gives way, and Contreras makes the catch for the first out. Make it 11 pitches for 4 outs for Micaiah Negrete. Now Matt Toomey will step in for Long Beach State with 1 out and nobody on. Toomey batting .244 this year. First pitch taken at the knees for strike 1. The Titans have given their ace an 8-0 cushion to work with. Plenty of breathing room. As Toomey takes another sinker at the knees. Counts 0-2. Negretti bounces one. Toomey has played right field most of this season when he's been in the starting lineup. Shifted over to center tonight with Trevor Goldenetz out of the lineup. Ground ball through the left side and into left field. Matt Toomey rounds first aggressively, but then he'll throw on the brakes. It's a 1-out single as the Dirtbags have their first base runner.
Almost looked like he was going to keep going there. He was going so fast.
Good approach. Took a fastball on the outside corner and just kept it inside the third base bag. Hard ground ball for a base hit. That brings up Luke Taylor. Toomey has good speed at first base. Be aggressive to send a runner down by 8, but Matt Toomey has plenty of speed to steal a bag. Dirtbags want to chip away at the lead. Toomey 6 for 7 on stolen base attempts this year. First pitch to Luke Taylor, a fastball that misses up and away. Andrew Kirchner with a more modern style of holding the runner on. He's playing with his hips squared towards the batter at home plate. If the throw goes over there, he'll field and tag backhand. The curveball falls into the zone. Counts 1-1 to Luke Taylor. Seen Freddie Freeman play first base that way previously. There's a lot of trust in that first base umpire to see where the tag is. 1-1. Slider in for a strike. The big benefit of playing that way, though, for Andrew Kirchner is defensive positioning. Instead of having to bounce off the first base bag and not be able to get very far, he's already squared up in his defensive spot. 1-2, tapped foul on the breaking ball. Taylor just got a piece. Matt Toomey's taken a one-way lead. One-two from Negretti. Another curveball, hard ground ball, foul. Good play by Cameron Kim, diving into foul territory to field it on the backhand. And instead, it's just another foul ball. Micaiah Negretti has a very throwback look on the mound. High cut, navy blue stirrups, and some longer hair and a beard as well. Looks like they took him straight out of the 1980s. Pitches that way too with the command and finesse as he dots the inside corner. A fastball on the black sends Taylor back to the dugout looking. Second strikeout of the game for Negretti, both of them looking. Two outs now with Toomey still down at first and Caden Smacka, left-handed hitting right fielder, stepping in. Smacka's batting .228 this year, Fastball misses outside. Transfer from the College of Southern Nevada. Takes a sinker for a strike. Damon Valdez is on deck with the catcher's shin guards both on in case of a third out. Curveball is pulled foul. 8-0 Cal State Fullerton, bottom of the second inning. One-two pitch to Caden Smacka. Curveball fell into the zone. That's a called strike 3. Third punch out for Negretti as he leaves one stranded. That's going to do it for us on the FM stream. So if you stay listening on the online radio stream, JD Beaudry will be bringing you Long Beach State men's volleyball from the LBS Financial Credit Union Pyramid. If you want to continue listening to this baseball game, you can find it on YouTube at 22 West Sports. So whichever one you listen to, hope you enjoy it the rest of the night. And we'll be back momentarily here for the third inning on 22 West Radio. The top of the order again coming up for Cal State Fullerton. They've sent 9 to the plate in both of the first 2 innings. 8-0 is the Titan lead with Nick Miller digging back in to face Kaimi Kahalekai. The sophomore works out of the windup. It's softly hit ground ball over towards second base. Scoop throw from the second baseman Gasser, not in time. Gasser with a nice effort to get it there. Scooped the ball with his glove and just pushed it over there without transferring. Was all he had time for. And it looked like the ruling from Matt McMahon was that Jake Evans came off the bag. Looked like the toss was there on a line, but Evans might have pulled himself off with an extra effort on the stretch. Either way, it's an infield single for Nick Miller's third hit of the game. Paul Contreras in now for the Titans, as it's immediate traffic back on base for Cal State Fullerton. First pitch to Contreras, a fastball that misses up high. It'll be something to watch for the senior Nick Miller. 3 for 3. We're only in the third inning. (1-0) missed down. There are 2 other Titans in the order that have hits in both of their trips to the plate. Ty Thomas, the cleanup man, and Andrew Kirchner, the 5-hitter, both 2 for 2. Contreras is 0 for 1 with a walk, struck out in the second inning. Here's a high fly ball into left field. Chandler back, and he'll watch it fly. A no doubt 2-run home run from Paul Contreras. And the Titans keep on coming. It's 10-0 Cal State Fullerton. A lengthy home run trot from Contreras, who continues to light the world on fire. It's his 8th home run since the beginning of March. And he just took his time rounding the bases, and he earned it. Big fly from Contreras. Fullerton is into the double digits with nobody out in the 3rd. There's a shocked murmur over the crowd at Blair Field. 10-0 Titans, and here's another line drive down the left field line. It's going off the wall, and it's fair. Cameron Kim slides into second base. He's got a double. Titans are pouring it on. Tell you sad, that ball was hit hard because off the bat I thought it was going to curl foul.
Me too.
But it was on a line. Managed to reach the wall before it could turn. Ty Thomas comes up next with a man on second and nobody out. Back-to-back extra base hits on the last 2 pitches that Calif has thrown. Thomas 2 for 2 tonight with a couple of runs driven in. First pitch slider missed down low. This is game 1 of the 15-mile rivalry series. So far going squarely the way of the Titans. The fastball misses low. Kahalekai bounces the 2-0 way in front of home plate. Got a 55-foot pitch there and a good block by Valdez. Counts 3-0 to Thomas. Kahalekai will just try and get one over. And he misses low again. It's a 4-pitch walk to Thomas. 4 straight Titans have reached to start the 3rd. Andrew Kirchner will bat next. Titans have runners at first and second, nobody out. Already 2 more across in this inning. First pitch fastball on the black on the outside corner. Counts 0-1 to Kirchner, who is also 2 for 2. Both of his first 2 at-bats were first pitch hits. This will be the first time tonight he's seeing a second pitch, but Kahalekai steps off the mound first, and they're calling a balk. Looked like he might have flinched before he stepped off the back of the rubber. So both the runners advance 90 feet. Now second and third for the Titans. Infield in all the way across for Long Beach State. They most often throughout this season have worn their home white pinstripe uniforms on Friday nights as Kirchner swings and misses at a good curveball in the dirt. Tonight went with their black top, white bottom uniforms. Long Beach in white block text across the front of the jersey. Wouldn't say the outfit change has worked so far. O2 pitch, bounced in, and Valdez blocks it. There is a breeze at Blair Field tonight. There's weather expected to come in, rain over the weekend, especially on Sunday. Something to monitor. Sunday's game is scheduled for a first pitch of 1 o'clock. Looking at the forecast, wouldn't be surprised at all if that gets pushed back or potentially even postponed. Now time was called. Damon Valdez looks like he has some dirt in his right eye. He's poking at it with time called by Kelly Gonzalez. Still a decent crowd, especially above Long Beach State's dugout. 1-2 misses up and away. Fans always turn out for the 15-mile rivalry series. There was a record at the time set back 2 years ago, the last time this series was played at Blair Field, the Sunday game to round out the series. Over 3,000 fans were packed in here. 2-2 breaking ball bounced way in front of home plate. Valdez caught a piece of it with his left shoulder. Ball bounced so high in the air he didn't know where it went, but it went down the third base line and the runners have to stay put. Good job by Valdez to keep it in front on breaking ball that was even shorter than the last one Kahalekai spiked. I guess that ball only traveled 53 or 54 feet out of the 60 feet 6 inches to home plate. It's a full count to Andrew Kirchner. Payoff pitch from Kahalekai. Fastball swung on and missed. Kahalekai gets the first out of the inning as Kirchner goes down swinging.
Second baseman number 1, Eli Lopez.
Runner still at second and third. Eli Lopez in next with the dirtbag still drawing the infield in all the way across. Lopez has reached both times, a walk and a hit by pitch. First pitch fastball popped high just beyond the infield. Ranging back, Gasser gives way to Enright on the grass. Enright makes the over-the-shoulder catch. It's a tough play by the shortstop, Trotter Enright, as he puts away the pop-up. Runners stay put again with now 2 outs in the inning.
Catcher number 28, Nico Lombardi.
Nico Lombardi will try to bring those 2 runners in. Strikeout and a pop-up for Kahalekai as he looks to limit the damage to a 2 spot in the third. Lombardi walked in the first inning, then a sacrifice fly in the second. First pitch breaking ball in for a strike. It's 10-0 Cal State Fullerton, the top of the third. Oh, 1, another curveball, and he took it just low. Checked his swing early in. Definitely looked like he was sitting on something else. 1-1, fastball grounded foul down the third base line. One-two pitch to Lombardi. Swung on and missed. Kahalekai got a fastball by him. So Kaimi able to strand the 2 runners on base. They were there with nobody out. But Kahalekai gets a strikeout, a pop-up, and another strikeout to end the inning. It's another 2 scored by the Titans, though. We're going to the bottom of the third, 10-0 Cal State Fullerton on 22 West Radio. Damon Valdez in to lead things off for Long Beach State. In the bottom of the third was a sub made by Cal State Fullerton on defense. Paul Contreras, their number 2 hitter, is out of the game after he homered in the top half of the inning. Logan Hart enters defensively. He's in right field. First pitch slider in for a strike to Damon Valdez. Micaiah Negretti at 26 pitches. Dirtbags with 1 hit against him so far. Valdez taps one foul within the home plate circle. He's behind 0-2. Negretti out of the windup again. Soft line drive, that is, into short right field, and it falls. Damon Valdez got a breaking ball and just barely caught enough of it to float it into right field. It's an 0-2 leadoff single for Valdez. Second hit of the game for Long Beach State. Both of them have come with 2 strikes. That brings up Camden Gasser. Gasser only batting 195 this season with a .515 on base percentage. That sounds like an error. I promise you it's not. 25 walks, 41 official at bats. He takes the first pitch up high. Gasser began the spring as the everyday second baseman for Long Beach State. Here's a pickoff throw over to first that gets by him. Kirchner couldn't handle it, and Damon Valdez advances 90 feet. Runner on second now with nobody out for the Dirtbags. Tonight is Camden Gasser's first appearance since March 23rd. Enters back into the starting lineup as Trevor Goldenetz is out of this one. Fastball in there to make the count 1-1. One pitch, missed inside. The 2-1. Chopper up the middle. Negretti stabs it and then throws to first. Look back to second to get Valdez to stay put. And Gasser grounds out to the pitcher.
One out so far, but do have a runner on second, so hopefully Smith Chandler can come to the plate and make something happen for Long Beach right here.
Dirtbags trying to chip away at this 10-0 lead for Cal State Fullerton. Chandler is the leadoff man for the Dirtbags tonight. He grounded out to third base in the first inning. First pitch sinker right down Broadway for strike 1. Damon Valdez, the runner at second base. One out in the frame. Chandler pulls another one over to third base. It's grabbed by Kim. He throws across for the second out. Two out now in the inning for Jake Evans. He struck out looking at a curveball. Was put down on 3 pitches his first time up. Evans on the year has batted .391 with runners on base. .483 on base percentage this year. The curveball misses down and in. Valdez trying for third, and he'll get there standing up. Ball bounced away from Lombardi behind the plate, just far enough for Valdez to advance. One-0 count with a man at third and 2 down. Jake Evans trying to give this Long Beach State crowd something to be excited about. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. The 1-1 pitch. Clipped him. Just caught a piece of Evans' forearm as it went by. It's already the 12th hit by pitch this season for Jake Evans. Stands real close to home plate. And that's one of his ways that he gets on base so much. So he heads down to first. Runners now at the corners with 2 out for the Dirtbags. Trotter Enright, the next hitter for Long Beach State. Runners at first and third. First pitch to Enright, sinker right at the knees for strike 1. Trotter grounded out to second base his first time up. A 1 pitch, curveball checked his swing. He did not go around, according to third base umpire Ray Patchen on the appeal. And right back in there. 1-1 pitch from Negretti. Curveball falls in at the knees. Good location from Negretti. It counts 1-2. Now bounced one. Good block behind home plate by Nico Lombardi. Long Beach State with their first chance to score a run here against Negretti. Damon Valdez down at third base. Jake Evans, the runner, at first. 2-2 from the southpaw. Chopper up the middle, fielded by O'Hara at second or at shortstop, and he goes the short way to second for the third out. Enright grounds into a fielder's choice. We go to the fourth, still 10-0 Cal State Fullerton on 22 West Radio. 8-9-1 coming up for Cal State Fullerton. First time in this game they haven't sent the top of the order to the plate to start an inning. Kaimi Kahalekai still on the mound for Long Beach State, so he'll face Cade O'Hara to lead off this fourth. It's 10-0 Cal State Fullerton. If you're just joining us, the Titans put up a 4-spot in each of the first and the second innings. The third, they scored 2. It was on a 2-run homer from Paul Contreras, who's now out of the game. It's in the 2 spot of the order. So the first pitch fastball misses outside. Instead of Paul Contreras, when that spot comes back up, it'll be Logan Hart. Hard ground ball over towards shortstop. Enright ranges in, fields, and throws to first in time. So there's the first time tonight Long Beach State has gotten the leadoff man.
Center fielder number 2, Cam Burdick.
Cam Burdick in next. First pitch curveball falls into the zone for strike 1. Kahalekai throwing that curveball a little bit more than he usually does tonight. Next one misses. Burdick's 0 for 2 tonight, strikeout and a flyout. Fly ball out towards center field. Matt Toomey ranging back, but he's got room to put it away.
Hits the wall there.
Hit the wall after he makes the
grab
catch, but had space. Burdick with a fly out to dead center field. 2 down, nobody on for the Titans.
Left fielder number 3, Nick Miller.
Nick Miller comes up next. He's 3 for 3 tonight. A trio of singles. Last 2 hits for Miller didn't leave the infield. First pitch curveball misses outside. There's a bunt single to lead off the second inning. And then leading off the third, hit a ground ball over to second base that he beat out. Another curveball in for a strike. Kahalekai trying to put the Titans down in order. Misses down and away to make the count 2-1. Misses inside. So Miller's ahead 3-1. Logan Hart on deck. If he goes to the plate, be his first chance up there after he entered defensively. (3-1) pitch, misses down. So Nick Miller draws a 2-out walk. That brings up Hart with a man on first. He's hitting in place of Paul Contreras, who homered his last time up. Left-handed hitting right fielder in the box. This is only his 3rd at-bat of the season as Kahalekai misses low with his first pitch. Hart is 0 for 2. Does have a couple of runs scored and 2 RBI. 3 walks for him. Both of his official at-bats, though, have been strikeouts. 1-0 from Kahalekai, swung on and missed. Hart is a junior. Nick Miller, the runner at first. Bounces off the bag, and Kahalekai misses low again. Counts 2-1. Hart holds his hands down low, tapping the bat on his shoulder. Takes another one down below the knees. Three and one count. Kahalekai walked the last batter, now in danger of doing it again. Cameron Kim waiting on deck. Has doubles in both of his last 2 plate appearances. Line drive out towards right field, ranging in. Smacka gets there and makes the catch. So Hart lines out to end the 4th. The first 0 put up by Cal State Fullerton tonight. Go to the bottom half of the 4th inning, 10-0 Titans on 22 West Radio. Dylan Lena leading things off for Long Beach State in the bottom of the 4th. If they're going to make any noise in this game, it'll have to be soon. 10-0 Cal State Fullerton. Still Micaiah Negretti on the mound for the Titans. Lena flew out to right field on the first pitch he saw his last time up. Negretti works out of the windup. The first pitch taken on the inside corner for a strike. Can take you around the rest of the Big West and look at some of the games that have already gone final tonight. UC San Diego took down UC Santa Barbara 4-3. It's in a game with a couple of the teams competing for the top of the Big West. Zelina swings and misses. UC San Diego is in first place for now. That win tonight took them to 11-2. Negretti out of the windup, misses down and in. This counts 1-2 to Lena. UC Davis hosted Cal State Bakersfield as well. That game's gone final 5-3 Aggies. Then the third game that's already done today, UC Riverside beat CSUN 3-1. Lena takes one low and the count's 2-2. That UC Davis versus Cal State Bakersfield game was the first half of a doubleheader. So playing game number 2 right now. 2-2 line drive down the third base line and fair. That ball bounces its way into the corner, and Dylan Lena is going to pull into second, standing up. It's a leadoff double for the Dirtbags in the fourth.
Fans here are excited. A little bit of action from the Dirtbags there. People are high-fiving each other and jumping for joy.
Matt Toomey will come up next. He had a base hit in his only time up there. 3 hits for Long Beach State in the game against Agretti. Still trying to scratch across their first run. Left on left matchup. Toomey, the sophomore, in the box. First pitch, flied out into short center field, easily playable for Burdick. He gets there and makes the catch. Lena stays put at second.
Nice hit from Toomey, though. It's kind of what Long Beach needs right now.
Luke Taylor will dig in next. He's DHing tonight. Hasn't had too many looks this season. 24 at bats with a .250 batting average. This is Taylor's second year with the Dirtbags. Sophomore came from Utah. He shows bunt, pulls it back as a curveball falls in. Taylor had an interesting way that he got to Long Beach State. Was originally committed to USC as a catcher in high school, but in the final game of his high school career, injured his elbow, wound up needing to have surgery, had to recommit to Long Beach State after USC took away their offer. He fouls one back. Counts 0-2. Taylor was resigned to strictly DH duties last year as his elbow was rehabbing. This season is still mostly DH'd, but is healthy now. Here's a hard hit line drive, foul down the third base line. Counts 0-2 still to Luke Taylor from Holiday, Utah. He lifts one out into short center field. Again, Burdick drifts a bit to his right, but makes the catch. Dylan Lena stays put at second base again. Now 2 out in the inning.
Two outs. We got Lindo on second base. Caden Smacker coming up next. Hopefully we can get a run.
This Dirtbag crowd certainly would appreciate it. A lot of kids and families in attendance tonight. Caden Smacker, the next batter for Long Beach State. He struck out, looking at a curveball in the second inning. First pitch fastball taken for a strike. It is starting to cool down. There's a breeze that's been pushing in throughout the game. Now that the sun has completely set, temperature's starting to drop. Curveball had Smacker backing out of the box, and it falls in for a strike. Counts 0-2. Temperature still reads 65 degrees, but anybody who's been to Blair Field will know that breeze feels quite a bit cooler. Curveball misses low. Both the base coaches for Long Beach State were in full jackets. I believe that's Alex Champagne down at first base, the Dirtbag center fielder last year. He's got a full winter jacket on as he's coaching first base. Dirtbags have been shuffling around the base coaches throughout this season. Curveball line drive out to center field. And Cam Burdick completes his 3-out 4th inning as he makes the catch again. Dirtbags leave Lena stranded after his leadoff double. We're going to the 5th, still 10-0 Titans on 22 West Radio. Still Kaimi Kahalekai on the mound for Long Beach State as he's trying to eat as much length as he can in this one. Lopsided game, 10-0 Cal State Fullerton as we go to the 5th. Part of the order coming up, 3, 4, and 5 for the Titans, starting with Cameron Kim. First pitch breaking ball taken for a strike. Kim transferred to the Titans from UCLA. That Bruin team now #1 in the nation. He was blocked with limited playing time for UCLA the last 2 years. As he taps one on the ground towards second base. Gasser ranging in. Flips underhand to first in time. Cameron Kim gets beaten by just a step. Another good play by Camden Gasser at second for the first out.
Seen a similar play to that earlier where he kind of just doesn't even think about it, just scoops it up and takes it right to first. This time made it in time.
That underhand shovel. Ty Thomas up next. He's reached all 3 times tonight. Pair of singles and a walk. 1 out, nobody on base. Thomas steps in, looks out to the mound, and takes a fastball outside for ball 1. And 1-0. Cue ball down the right field line and foul. Actually climbed up past the netting. Not above it, clearly, but through it. The netting ends just before the Troy and Danielle Tulowitzki batting facility begins down the right field line. Split the gap. Breaking ball misses up high, and the count is 2-1. Tips one into the glove. Good fastball up above the zone. Cal State Fullerton won the 15-mile rivalry series last year. It was played at Goodwin Field down in Fullerton. Year before that, though, in 2024, Long Beach swept the Titans here at Blair Field. So here's a Softly hit ground ball to Gasser again. He shovels underhand to first. A repeat of the last out for out number 2. Camden Gasser, number 22, does it again.
First baseman number 19, Andrew Kirchner.
Andrew Kirchner in next. Kahaleka got the first 2 outs of that 4th inning, but wasn't able to set the Titans down in order. Wound up walking Nick Miller with 2 outs. First pitch curveball in for a strike to Kirchner. We'll try and get the first 1-2-3 frame of the game for Long Beach State here. Kirchner fouls one back. He's in an 0-2 hole. Mentioned a couple of the games that have gone final in the Big West, especially that one at the top between first place UC San Diego and third place UC Santa Barbara. 0-2 misses up and away. That game was especially relevant for Cal State Fullerton. They're in 4th place looking up at the Gauchos. So UC Santa Barbara now 8-5 in conference play. Titans at 9-6 and looking like they're on their way to 10-6. As Kirchner swings over a breaking ball. Kaimi Kahalekai gets a 1-2-3 inning, and we're halfway home, going to the bottom of the 5th. Still 10-0 Cal State Fullerton on 22 West Radio. Long Beach coming up in the bottom of the 5th inning, still 10-zip. Cal State Fullerton ahead. It's 8-9-1 due up for the Dirtbags, starting with Damon Valdez. He singled his first time up, one of 3 hits for the Dirtbags against Micaiah Negretti. Can continue that conversation from last inning with Cal State Fullerton looking up towards UC Santa Barbara. Currently holding the 4 seed in the conference as the first pitch misses up and away. They ended last year in 3rd place, but even while the Titans were hosting the Big West Baseball Tournament, they went 0-2, 2-done in the double elimination tournament. As Valdez takes a fastball. It was definitely not what the Titans were looking to do in front of their home crowd. 1-1 pitch misses low. This Titans program, 4-time national champions. There's an argument to be made. They're one of the blue bloods of college baseball, although the success hasn't been quite as high recently. Valdez takes a fastball for a strike to even the count at 2-2. Not many 4-time national champions in the country, The last national championship for Cal State Fullerton was back in 2004. Ground ball to the left side. Kim at third base, fields cleanly, and he throws across in time for the first out.
Yeah, we'll see. I feel like Long Beach is doing better, not allowing any runs since the top of that third. But, of course, like we mentioned earlier, that Titans pitching and those fielders are going to continue to be an issue as Long Beach just grabs their first out.
Cal State Fullerton has not won the Big West since 2018. It's 1 year after Long Beach State's last Big West championship. That was in 2017. So these are a couple of programs that have historically been very successful, but have not enjoyed that same level of competition over the last couple of decades. Camden Gasser takes the first pitch up and in. Looks like he's trying to say that it caught a piece of his helmet cheek guard on its way by. Either that or there's an equipment issue with his helmet. Gasser's now looking over towards the Long Beach State dugout now. It looks like that he might have something in his right eye, actually. So they're going to bring out some eye drops, try and flush it out. A momentary delay here as Camden Gasser gets attended to. Long Beach State has 4 College World Series appearances in their history. So both these teams have made their names before getting to Omaha. Cal State Fullerton has actually come out on top there. This Titan program, despite the last couple of decades where they haven't been able to get back to the College World Series, still only 3 losing seasons in 50 years of baseball at the Division I level. It's a stat to hang their hats on. 1-0 pitch as Gasser's ready to go again. He takes it for a strike and went right back up towards his right eye, fiddling with it. One. Fastball at the letters for strike 2. Cal State Fullerton was the most recent of these two teams to at least get to a regional. They went 1-2 at the Stanford Regional in 2023. The last College World Series appearance for Cal State Fullerton was in 2017. The ground ball up the middle, fielded at second. And that's a heck of a play by Eli Lopez. He throws over to first and got some help from Andrew Kirchner, his first baseman. Dig on the backhand off the running throw from Lopez. Put a star next to that 4-3 ground out for Camden Gasser. Smith Chandler in next with 2 outs and nobody on. In that College World Series run in 2017 for Cal State Fullerton, they took it through Long Beach. The first pitch taken for a strike by Smith Chandler. After they won the regional, Cal State Fullerton won the super regional right here at Blair Field. Lost both their games in Omaha. Chandler takes one inside. Negretti misses down below the knees now, so Chandler's ahead 2-1. Both these programs very rooted in their traditions. Chandler fouls one back. A couple of teams and fan bases trying to get back to the glory days Right now, Cal State Fullerton a little bit closer than Long Beach State. As we said, they were 3rd place in the Big West last year. Dirtbags missed the tournament, finished in 6th. This year, Long Beach all the way down in 10th place entering tonight. Curveball falls into the zone, and Chandler goes down looking. It's a 1-2-3 5th inning from Micaiah Negretti, and we go to the 6th. Still 10-0 Cal State Fullerton on 22 West Radio. Top of the 6th inning, Kaimi Kahaleka is still working for the Dirtbags. Eli Lopez leading things off, and he takes a first pitch strike.
Long Beach hasn't been doing too bad so far at this position, so hopefully they can get back to that batting soon. Get some points on the board.
Kahaleka has put up back-to-back zeros. Score still 10-0 Cal State Fullerton. Lopez takes another strike. He reached both of his first 2 times up there, a walk and a hit by pitch in the first 2 innings. And he popped out in the 3rd. Kahaleka is settled into a groove as Lopez fouls one straight back. Doesn't look like there's any action in Long Beach State's bullpen. They're trying to get Kahaleka through as much of this game as they can. He's already thrown enough pitches that he'll most likely be unavailable the rest of the weekend as he misses away with the breaking ball. So at this point, the goal for Kahaleka and the Long Beach State dugout is to prevent having to use any or as little additional pitching as possible beyond Kahaleka in this 10-0 game. Fastball bounces in. He counts evens 2-2 to Eli Lopez. Still 2 more games in this series. It's one of the beautiful and ironic things about baseball, that a game could be this lopsided in game 1 of the series, and Long Beach State will still have a chance to shake it off and win the series the next 2 days. Lopez swings through a fastball at the knees. Good pitch from Kahaleka. He puts Lopez down swinging. It's the 4th strikeout for Kaimi Kahaleka. Nico Lombardi in next. He's 0 for 1. Struck out in the 3rd, plus a walk and a sacrifice fly. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. No greater thing in baseball than a short memory. Lombardi pops one out of play. This is Long Beach's second straight conference game that they have been behind a very lopsided deficit. Curveball misses up high. The final game of that series against CSUN last weekend ended 18-4 Matadors. Game before that, Long Beach won 17-4. The give and take of college baseball. Lombardi tips one into the glove. And it counts 2-2. After that game against CSUN on Saturday to round out that series where they gave up 18, Long Beach gave up 10 runs to Cal Baptist. So this is 3 straight games now on the schedule for Long Beach State that their pitching staff has allowed double-digit runs. Lombardi fouls one back. It's after Long Beach already came into tonight with a 6.73 ERA as a staff. The pitching has not gotten the job done this year for Long Beach State. They lost their whole rotation from last year. 2-2 bounced in, and Lombardi went around. Valdez blocked it and has to throw down to first, but completes the play for the strikeout. Kahalekai with his 5th punch out for out number 2. The ace last year for Long Beach State was Kellen Montgomery. Right-hander hit the transfer portal after completing his junior season. He's pitching up as the Sunday starter for UC Santa Barbara this year. Cade O'Hara digs in for Cal State Fullerton, pops up the first pitch in foul territory. Jake Evans ranging over onto the warning track, and he makes the catch just in front of the Fullerton dugout. Taimi Kahalekai puts the Titans down in order for the second straight inning. We're going to the bottom of the 6th, still 10-0 Titans on 22 West Radio. Micaiah Negretti at 70 pitches through 5 innings. He's still out there for the 6th. Cal State Fullerton's Friday night ace has been given plenty of room to work with tonight. The Titans jumped out 4-0 in the top of the 1st inning, and that lead has only grown since. It's 10-0 as we enter the bottom of the 6th. 2, 3, and 4 due up for Long Beach State, starting with Jake Evans. He reached last time on a hit by pitch. First offering misses outside from Negretti. Long Beach has 3 hits tonight against the left-handed starter. No walks. Curveball falls in for a strike. Negretti has surgical command, and that's been a big part of the successful season he's put together this year. Five shutout innings so far tonight have brought Negretti's ERA down to 1.59. Ground ball hit foul by Jake Evans. Negretti's only 6'1", so not exactly an imposing presence on the mound, but I already mentioned earlier, has a big-time throwback look with the high-cut stirrups. He wears those every game, did last year as well. The curveball's fouled off by Evans. Was a Big West honorable mention last year as a junior. This is his third season at Cal State Fullerton after he began his collegiate career at San Diego with the Toreros. Evans takes one down low to even the count at 2-2. Negretti made a successful start last year against Long Beach State as well in the 15-mile rivalry. Went 5 2/3 down at Goodwin Field, only allowed 4 hits and 2 runs. It was again a strike-heavy approach. Only 1 walk as Evans fouls another one off. Negretti's best start as a Titan came a couple weeks back, March 27th, pitching at Hawaii. Went the distance as he misses up and away. Good at bat here for Evans as he's worked it full. Next pitch will be the 8th of the plate appearance. But pitching at Hawaii, Negretti, complete game shutout. Only allowed 2 hits, 0 walks, and 11 strikeouts. Fly ball out into the right center gap. Ranging over is Burdick, and he gets there to make the catch just in front of the track. Still a good at bat for Jake Evans and a loud fly out for out number 1. Been a busy night out there in center field for Cam Burdick. Trotter Enright comes up next with 1 out and nobody on. That game at Hawaii for Micaiah Negretti threw 111 pitches and in a complete game only had to face 30 batters. First pitch to Trotter Enright, taken just outside. Enright's 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out to second base in the first inning and then grounded into a fielder's choice to end the inning in the 3rd. Looks at a fastball down the middle to make the count 1-1. Negretti backed up that performance at Hawaii, returning back home last weekend against UC Riverside. Went 7 innings. Pitch misses in the dirt. Got the victory in that game as well against the Highlanders. So it's back-to-back starts for Negretti. There's a ground ball over to first base, tabbed by Kirchner. He touches the bag himself for the 2nd out. Back-to-back starts for Negretti, and he's gone at least 7 innings and not allowed an earned run. He's trying to make it a 3rd tonight. Right now, Negretti has retired 8 straight dirt bags. Dylan Lena was the last Long Beach State player to reach against him. A double to lead off the 4th inning. First pitch breaking ball in for a strike. Lena 1 for 2 tonight. Flew out to right field in the second inning. Hands held low. Lena takes one down. Counts 1-1. Lena takes one outside. Even as he's fallen behind in this at-bat, 59 of Negretti's 84 pitches tonight have been strikes. Lena lines one out towards left field, but a lot of topspin as it comes down, and Nick Miller makes the catch. Had the crowd excited for a moment, but Lena flies out to left, and that ends the 6th. Going to the 7th inning, 10-0 Titans on 22 West Radio. The 7th inning now with Kaimi Kahalekai still working, 75 pitches, more than he's usually been stretched out to this season. Operated as a starting pitcher at times last year, but has been working in relief in 2026. Kahalekai back out there to face 9-1-2 in the Fullerton order as he delivers a strike to Cam Burdick. Has been a valuable role held down by Kahalekai in this game. He entered with 1 out in the 2nd inning. He's been able to stay in through now. He misses outside, and the count's 1-1. Filling innings has plenty of value in a game like this. There's a high pop-up back behind home plate. Valdez running over to the screen, but it gets out of play. Made another announcement during the change before the stop of the 7th inning, recognizing the Long Beach Coast again. There were some players and coaches here from the Coast before the game throwing out the first pitch. You may be wondering, what is the Long Beach Coast? It's the new professional team coming into Blair Field this summer, playing in the Pioneer League independent ball, but MLB affiliated. Burdick fouls one off. What that means is that the Pioneer League teams do not feed into any farm systems of Major League Baseball teams, but it's a partner league of MLB. One of the benefits of that is oftentimes MLB sends new rules to the Pioneer League to test out. Kahalekai gets a fastball by Burdick. It's the 6th strikeout for Kaimi tonight.
Yeah, I know Regulators was a front runner to be the name, so I guess they're using that as their alter ego now.
That's what they've said, is that the Regulators will be seen at Blair Field during this summer but that's going to be the alter ego, whereas the Long Beach Coast is the official name. There was a lot of community rally and support for that regulator's name. Ended up going with Coast. Oh, Nick Miller checks his swing and got hit. Curveball that hit him up in the hands, but drops his bat and he appears to be okay. It's the 5th time Nick Miller's gone to the plate tonight and the 5th time he's reached. 3 singles, a walk, now a hit by pitch. Heck of a night from the Fullerton leadoff man. Logan Hart in next, entered defensively in the 3rd inning for Paul Contreras, being lined out to right field in his only at-bat tonight. Man at first with 1 out. First pitch curveball caught the letters for strike 1. There's a connection between Cal State Fullerton and the Long Beach Coast. Matthew Barterwell was the DH last year for Cal State Fullerton through a lot of games, also played some outfield with a lot of success at the plate. Pitch gets by Damon Valdez here. It's going to be a free 90 feet for Nick Miller. Counts of 1-1 with the runner moving up to second base. Barterwell, after he batted .325 as a senior last year for Cal State Fullerton, signed with the Long Beach Coast. So he'll be playing here at Blair Field this summer as part of the new ball club. They've got Troy Percival in as the manager. If you've heard of the Oakland Ballers, it's the same league that the Ballers play in. There even is some Ballers front office executives that have had a part in the Long Beach Coast founding. As Logan Hart fouls one into the glove. Counts 1-2. Fastball misses just outside. Barterwell was one of 3 big losses for Cal State Fullerton from last year's lineup. Carter Johnstone was the Big West Freshman of the Year. He's an outfielder. His Hart lifts one out into the left center gap, and that's going to fall. Smith Chandler was hugging the line down the left field side. Had a long way to go and couldn't get there. You know, off the bat, looked like a fly ball that was going to be able to be caught, but instead Hart has his first hit of the season. Runner Miller only advanced to third, so it's runners at the corners with 1 out. But Carter Johnstone, after winning Big West Freshman of the Year last year for the Titans, transferred to Vanderbilt. So that's certainly moving up the college baseball ladder. The other big loss was Maddox Lotta, the shortstop last year for the Titans. Was a stud on both sides of the ball. First pitch fastball taken for a strike by Cameron Kim. Lotta won Big West Defensive Player of the Year and batted .362. A really fantastic senior season. He didn't get drafted, but wound up signing as an undrafted free agent with the Toronto Blue Jays. So curveball is tapped foul by Kim. He's behind 0-2. Cal State Fullerton has a rich history of sending alumni to the big leagues. 72 players in Cal State Fullerton's school history have gone on to play in the major leagues. The last was Tanner Bybee, still a starting pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians. Maddox Lotta will hope he can be the next. Line drive foul. The count stays 0-2. The Dirtbags' best hitter from last year that graduated was also playing professional baseball, Kyle Ashworth, not in the minor league baseball with an affiliated MLB team, but instead in the Pioneer League, as Cameron Kim fouls one away. Count stays 0-2 again. Kyle Ashworth was playing in the Pioneer League last summer after he finished up his time at Long Beach State. He played for Glacier 63 games last year. Didn't have a ton of success. 630 OPS. That was after he batted .330 for Long Beach State. As Kim spoils another one. 4 straight foul balls from the Fullerton third baseman. Another 0-2 as Kaimi Kahalekai tries to put him away. A slider bounces in, and the runner from first was moving on the pitch. Logan Hart has a stolen base. Counts 1-2. Runners at second and third with 1 out. Dirtbags pull the infield in. There's a pop-up out of play again. Cameron Kim not going down without a fight. This has been a 7-pitch at bat. Fullerton has not scored since the 3rd inning, despite the 10-0 lead. Another 1-2, pop up. This one might stay in play. In foul territory, Jake Evans calls it off, and he gets underneath to make the catch. Kahalekai wins the 8-pitch battle. The runners stay put at second and third with 2 out now in the inning.
Designated hitter number 20, Ty Thomas.
Brings in Ty Thomas. He's got 2 hits tonight. Both of them scored a run. So 2 singles and 2 RBI plus a walk on his line. First pitch checked his swing, but it's in on the inside corner for a strike. Mentioned the 72 big leaguers for the Titans. Long Beach State has sent 57 players to the major leagues. Hard ground ball foul. Jeff McNeil, a Long Beach State alumni, still playing in the majors. I believe it was 8 years of service time that he passed. Had a long big league career, and he's still playing with the A's now. Longtime New York Met. Ty Thomas fouls another one away. Kaimi Kahalekai at 96 pitches. He's ahead 0-2 on Ty Thomas. Here it comes, and it misses up and in. This has been a very valuable outing from Kahalekai, and by far his season high in pitches. Before tonight, his season high was 33 against LMU back on March 17th. His 98th pitch is a curveball that falls onto the inside corner. It's a 10-0 score, so this one probably won't be talked about much, but Kaimi Kahalekai has thrown a great game for Long Beach State tonight. If that was it, it was 98 very valuable pitches for the Dirtbags to not have to dip further into that bullpen. But he puts another 0 up in the 7th. Dirtbag fans will stretch. It's 10-0 Titans on 22 West Radio. Matt Toomey in for Long Beach State to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Still 10-0 Cal State Fullerton, with Micaiah Negretti back out on the mound, trying to make this a 3rd straight start that he's gone 7. He enters the inning with 86 pitches. First pitch taken for a strike. Nice location up and in to Matt Toomey for strike 1. Toomey 1 for 2 tonight. Had a single in the 2nd inning and then flew out to center in the 4th. He takes one down and away to even the count at 1-1. On the season, when leading off an inning, Matt Toomey's batting .476. Not a very big sample size, and his single back in the 2nd inning was not part of that tally, actually. The curveball in for a strike at the letters. Toomey's another one of these dirtbag hitters that stands right up on the plate and has gotten hit quite a bit this year. 13 hit by pitches for Toomey. So he taps one foul to stay alive. Count still 1-2. The sophomore outfielder from Mammoth Lakes. Pop up out of play down the 3rd base line. Those fans that have stuck this one out still sing along with the organ music, trying to have a good time. Crowd has definitely cleared out from where it started as Toomey fouls one straight back. Another 1-2, pop up down the left field line. Nick Miller was playing practically on the foul line, and he rages into foul territory to make the catch. That was a shade defensively if I've ever seen one. Miller way over towards the line, easily got into foul territory to make the catch for the first out. .92 pitches now for Negretti. So he'll face Luke Taylor. 1 out and nobody on in the 7th. First pitch misses just below the knees. Negretti goes out of the windup again and paints the inside corner for strike 1. Jason Dietrich is in his 5th season at the helm of this Cal State Fullerton program. Graduated from Cal State Fullerton back in 1999. As Luke Taylor swings and misses. Actually caught a piece, tipped it into the glove. First served a stint as the pitching coach at Cal State Fullerton. Back in 2016, he won National Pitching Coach of the Year. Was part of that 2017 team that went to the College World Series. Actually, he left after that 2016 season when he won National Pitching Coach of the Year. He went up to Oregon from 2017 through 2019. He was at East Carolina, ECU, another good baseball school, for 2 years. Pandemic season in 2020 and in 2021, all as an assistant. There's a 1-2 fouled back again by Taylor. Returning back to Cal State Fullerton in 2022, Dietrich took his first head coaching job in his 5th year here. Takes a pitch down low to even the count at 2-2. In that 2021 season, his final as an assistant for Eastern Carolina, Dietrich's team went to the Super Regional. Luke Taylor goes fishing at a curveball in the dirt. He goes down on strikes. It's Negretti's 5th strikeout tonight. Still without a walk. It's a pinch hitter going up for Long Beach State, Justin Rolston. Limited playing time this year again for Rolston, but as a senior has been with Long Beach State all 4 years of his collegiate career. Getting a chance to bat pinch hitting for Caden Smacka. First pitch taken for a ball. Rolston's 0 for 7 this season. 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Next pitch misses badly up high. Rolston's got good speed, has been used a few times throughout his Long Beach State career as a pinch runner and a defensive specialist. Especially last year, he saw more chances in those opportunities off the bench than he has this year. So looking for his first hit of the season. Takes a pitch at the knees for strike 1. Fastball sails up high. Have not been many 3-ball counts tonight. In fact, this is only the 2nd time in this whole game Long Beach State has had a 3-ball count against Negretti. 3 ones in at the knees. Count is full. Only other full count tonight was Jake Evans in the 6th inning. Payoff pitch from Micaiah Negretti. Curveball is lifted out into playable right field. Logan Hart camped, and he makes the catch. Micaiah Negretti is through 7 innings for the 3rd straight outing. That'll probably be it for him, and it's another fantastic game from the Titan ace. We're going to the 8th, still 10-0 Cal State Fullerton on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State makes a call to the bullpen. Brad Gridlinger coming in now. So that sets the final line for Kaimi Kahalekai. Did a nice job pitching in relief and holding down the whole middle part of this ball game. Kahalekai went 5 2/3, 4 hits and 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts and 2 walks. The first pitch is fouled back into the netting by Andrew Kirchner. A 1 count to Kirchner. He's got a pair of hits tonight. 2 for 4. Single, double, and 2 strikeouts. He takes one. Just missed. He counts 1-1. Gridlinger has not allowed an earned run through 2 2/3 innings. 2 runs against him have both been unearned. 4 walks. Line drive out towards the right center gap. Justin Rolston over to make the catch. So after he pinch hit, Rolston immediately gets a chance to make a play on defense and comes through for the first out.
Second baseman, number 1, Eli Lopez.
Eli Lopez in next. 0 for 2 with a walk and a hit by pitch tonight. Both those 2 times reaching were in those first 2 innings. First pitch taken, and it missed. Gridlinger hit him on the next one. Eli Lopez turned with it. He appears to be okay. That's his second hit by pitch tonight. He's a 1-out base runner for the Titans.
Catcher number 28, Nico Lombardi.
It's the first batter that Gridlinger has hit this year. First pitch chased down in the dirt. Nico Lombardi with a half swing and a miss. He falls behind 0-1. Next one's lifted out into playable center field. Matt Toomey a bit to his left, and he makes the catch. 2 outs, and the runner stays at first.
Shortstop number 50, Kane O'Hara.
Kate O'Hara in next. Gridlinger's a right-handed sophomore, redshirt sophomore. He's from Charleston Southern, transferred to Long Beach State. First pitch taken down the dirt by Kate O'Hara. Score is still 10-0, Cal State Fullerton, top of the 8th inning. Lopez at first base wanted a balk. He thought there was a flinch, but doesn't get it. The pitch misses. It's 2-0 to Kate O'Hara. O'Hara's had big shoes to fill. He's only played about half the games for Fullerton this year. The pitch misses up high. The other shortstop and the guy that was expected to be the starter for Cal State Fullerton was a Long Beach State transfer, Armando Briseño. He was the other impactful player to leave the beach after Kellen Montgomery, that is, left as well in the transfer portal. O'Hara takes one for a strike to make the count 3-1. Briseño's been dealing with some injuries, so he's missed some time this year. The 3-1 pitch to O'Hara, missed up and in. So Gridlinger with a hit by pitch and a walk to put 2 on for the Titans. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Cam Burdick. He's had a busy night on defense. With the stick, though, 0 for 4. First pitch breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. Runners at first and second with 2 out. The 0-1 is chopped foul down the third base line. Gridlinger trying to work a scoreless 8th. His 0-2 swung on and missed. Burdick chased the slider down below the zone. It's a 3-pitch strikeout. Gridlinger leaves a couple stranded. Going to the bottom of the 8th, still 10-0 Titans on 22 West Radio. Long Beach State coming up in the bottom of the 8th inning, and they'll be facing the first reliever for Cal State Fullerton tonight. Dylan Nieto, right-handed sophomore, is in the game. We can set the final line for Micaiah Negretti, another gem thrown by the Fullerton ace tonight. 7 innings, 3 hits, 0 runs, 0 walks, and 5 strikeouts through 105 pitches, 74 of them for strikes. Negretti exits in line for the win. First pitch to Damon Valdez in at the knees for a strike. For Negretti, if this score holds at 10-0, it'll be his 3rd straight start that he's gone at least 7 innings and gotten the victory. 0-1. Valdez checked his swing and went around on a pitch in the dirt. He's behind 0-2. Dylan Nieto has thrown 9 1/3 innings this season, 5 earned runs, goes for a 4.82 ERA. Works out of the windup. And the 0-2 slider misses outside.
Yeah, if this game is any set for how it's going to be for Long Beach over these next couple of days, it will be tough. But coming up next, they play USC here on Tuesday. They last saw USC on Tuesday, March 10th. They suffered a 1-6 loss there.
Here's a line drive that's going to fall into left field. Damon Valdez is the first dirtbag of the night to get to 2 hits. Only the 4th hit of the game for Long Beach State, and he's on with nobody out.
As for Fullerton in that regard, they'll see after this series, University of San Diego on Tuesday over at Goodwin Field in Fullerton. Last time they played them on Tuesday, March 24th. Fullerton took the win 11-6.
It's 2 midweek games coming up this week for Long Beach State. As you said, Siyah, they've got USC on Tuesday. Then they're playing San Diego State. Both those games here at Blair Field. And San Diego State won on Wednesday. First pitch misses outside. It's not often you see multiple midweek games.
Yeah.
Camden Gasser is 0 for 2 tonight. Couple of ground outs. And he shows bunt and pulls it back. Cameron Kim wasn't fooled at third base. He was crashing, but still Nico Lombardi, the catcher, going to go out and talk with his pitcher. Nieto is met on the mound also by Andrew Kircher from first base. Probably talking some bunt defense. If Gasser does try to lay one down, would be bunting for a hit. 10-0 ball game, no use for a sacrifice in the 8th inning. With the Dirtbags on the wrong side of that score. Two-0 pitch. Takes up and away. Camden Gasser has an exactly 500 on-base percentage heading into this plate appearance. 186 average to go with it. 3-0. Caught the outside corner. Definitely cooled off here at Blair Field. It's a very windy 64 degrees and the brisk air that you can feel a storm on its way in for the weekend. 3-1 takes another fastball. Counts full. Payoff pitch, line drive foul. Still 3-2 to Camden Gasser. Nieto trying to put him away, and he puts a fastball right down the middle. Gasser watches it go by. 7-pitch at bat, but Nieto wins it. Strikeout for the first out of the inning. We do have the probable starting pitchers for the next 2 games of this series. Tomorrow, it's expected to be a couple of freshmen going toe-to-toe. Bobby Mahoney for Cal State Fullerton, Luke Howe for Long Beach State. Smith Chandler in the box, takes the first pitch down low. Sunday's probables are Dylan Smith for the Titans, Jason Gerfers for Long Beach State. Gerfers has a 5.11 ERA on the year, but there's been a couple of absolute gems mixed in there. 1-0 missed outside. Gerfers had a stretch where he had back-to-back complete games. (2-0). Fastball on the outside corner for strike one. It was another great start tonight for Cal State Fullerton from Micaiah Negretti. This weekend rotation has been one of the best in college baseball this year. Smith Chandler takes another strike. The numbers even before Negretti threw 7 shutout innings tonight. The 3 starters, Negretti, Bobby Mahoney, and Dylan Smith, came into this series combined for a 2.59 ERA. Chandler chops one over to the left side, fielded by Kim. Goes to second for 1. Throw across the first will not be made. Chandler moves well down the line. So it's a fielder's choice, 5-4. Dirtbag still with a man at first and 2 out.
Your attention please for Long Beach State. Pinch hitting, number 8, Merkel Turner.
Pinch hitter coming up for Long Beach State. Merkel Turner will get a rep. He's pinch hitting for Jake Evans. Smith Chandler, the runner at first. Pitch in for a strike to Turner. Now he takes one down and away. Turner is 1 for 9 this year. Sophomore in his first year with the program. Pops it up into short right field. Ranging in, Logan Hart camped underneath and makes the catch. Turner flies out to right to end the 8th. Going to the 9th inning, 10-0 Titans on 22 West Radio. Hogan Shelby into the game to pitch for Long Beach State. There was a change made defensively. Aaron Perez entered at first base in the place of Smith Chandler. Merkel Turner pinch hit to end the 8th, and he moves out to left field. First pitch misses to Nick Miller. Miller has reached all 5 times to the plate tonight, so trying to make it 6, not 6 for 6 in at-bats, but he's got 3 hits, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Took a strike, so it counts 1-1. Now he hits a line drive, diving towards left field, and it just does fall in front of Merkel Turner. Bounced away from him as he tried to make a diving catch. Nick Miller will pull into second base with a heck of a night. He's now 4 for 4 with a walk and a hit by pitch, has reached all 6 times to the plate.
Yeah, 4 innings with no runs at this point of the game. I think Nick Miller is trying to shake it up a bit. See what Logan Hart can do following that.
Good effort by Merkel Turner in left, but couldn't reel it in. Here's a pop-up off the bat of Logan Hart. Foul territory, Dylan Lena will watch it get out of play. Hart is 1 for 2. The next pitch hit him. Fastball runs up and in from Shelby. Runners at first and second with nobody out for the Titans in the top of the 9th inning. It's already 10-0 Cal State Fullerton. That's been the score that's held since the top of the 3rd inning. Cameron Kim in next. He takes a front door breaking ball for a strike. Kim has a couple of hits tonight as well. He's 2 for 5. Oh, 1, ground ball over to third base. Lena Fields throws to second for 1. Throw across to first is in time. A 5-4-3 double play for the Dirtbags. Now 2 outs and a man at third. First, a mound visit. It's the umpires walking out there along with the Dirtbag infield to have a conversation here. It looks like first with Hogan Shelby. Now they're just kind of wandering around the mound. The home plate umpire, Kelly Gonzalez, now giving some words out towards Dylan Lena. It didn't look like couldn't tell if that was instruction being given or just a conversation. Either way, a pinch hitter going up for Cal State Fullerton, Ben Wilkinson, pinch hitting in the spot of Ty Thomas. Man at third with 2 out. Shelby's first pitch just missed outside. Next one taken for a strike. The 1-1. Hard ground ball over towards second base. Gasser fields cleanly and tosses the first in time. Hogan Shelby able to twirl a scoreless top of the 9th inning. Now the Dirtbags down to their final 3 outs, and they trail by 10. You're right back on 22 West Radio. Cal State Fullerton going to the bullpen to try and close things out with a 10-0 lead. Joseph Hasso coming in for the Titans. Also a pinch hitter going up for Long Beach State to lead off the inning. Taylor Tomlin pinch hitting for Trotter Enright. Right on right matchup. Hasso out of the windup. First pitch to Tomlin is tapped foul. Bottom of the 9th inning, 10-0 Cal State Fullerton. The slider is swung on and missed. Tomlin is 0 for 2 on the season. Oh, 2 pitch, slider misses outside. Hasso hasn't exactly been a garbage time pitcher for Cal State Fullerton. He's been very good this year, 13 innings and a 2.77 ERA. 17 strikeouts. 1-2 is swung on and missed. There's number 18. It's Tomlin chasing a slider.
Third baseman, number 13, Dylan Lena.
Dylan Lena batting next for Long Beach State. He's got one of the 4 hits for the Dirtbags in the game. Had a leadoff double back in the 4th. First pitch fastball just missed. Long Beach State will be trying to turn the page from this one as fast as they possibly can. This is a huge series for them this weekend to try and stay within any kind of striking distance of the Big West tournament. Zelina takes a strike. They entered the day 3.5 games back of the 5 seed. It's only the top 5 that make it, with number 5 and number 4 having to play a 1-game, essentially wild card. Lena checks his swing and it misses low. So if you count Long Beach State's loss tonight, it would bring them down to 4 games back of CSUN in the 5. Selena fouls one back into the netting. CSUN tonight already lost to Cal State, or to UC Riverside, that is, though. So Long Beach with this loss will remain 3.5 back. Two swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Hasso. Dirtbags now down to their final out. Matt Toomey coming up. Micaiah Negretti will get the win in this one. It'll improve him to 6-2 this year. Toomey takes below the knees for ball 1. Now Toomey takes a strike. Game 2 of this series will be at 6:05 tomorrow night. We'll be back on the air for it. Sunday's game scheduled for 1:05. Might have to get pushed back because of rain, though. Toomey takes one down low. Goes to the backstop. Toomey takes a fastball outside, and he's ahead 3-1. Now Toomey takes a strike. The Dirtbags are down to their final one. Full count with 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 9th. 10-0, Cal State Fullerton. Hasso delivers, and it's roped into the right field corner. Matt Toomey rounds first and pulls into second, standing up. It's a 2-out double to extend the night for the Dirtbags. Toomey's second hit tonight, and a single in the second, and now that double. So he'll look to build on that tomorrow. Luke Taylor coming up next. First pitch to Taylor, hit him up on the front elbow. Taylor drops his bat. Luckily has, I think it's an elbow guard on his left arm. It's colored white, so it's tough to see against his white arm sleeve, but he does have a guard there. He's walking back towards the Dirtbag dugout. He's in some pain, and now finally the trainer will come out. Taylor's doubled over. Hasso gonna throw some pitches to stay loose. Taylor's looking down at his left arm as getting felt. Kelly Gonzalez, the home plate umpire, walking over to try and see if he's staying in. Taylor's still being examined, holding his left arm and trying to push at it. And now a look given over from the Dirtbag athletic trainer to the dugout as if to say, are we going to get somebody going? Looks pretty clear that Luke Taylor is not wishing to stay in this ball game.
Yeah, I think I need to go ahead and get somebody to help him out there on the base.
And they're bringing out a red first aid looking bag. The home plate umpire, Kelly Gonzalez, is going to send it right back to the dugout.
So Taylor heads back to the dugout.
And Taylor's going to walk off to go get some continued attention. Hope that he'll be okay. And the last thing you want is a hit by pitch that could be any kind of extended injury and the end of a blowout game like this.
Yeah.
So Dirtbags will have to bring on a pinch runner. Still waiting for somebody to emerge from the dugout. No. Looking here, I believe that's Reed Montgomery walking up, but he's got his bat in his hand. It looks like, I think that Kelly Gonzalez is going to say that it wasn't a hit by pitch, and they're going to instead just call a strike against Luke Taylor because he didn't get out of the way. The pitch clearly hit him in the elbow. It wasn't a very clear gesture given. Either way, with an 0-1 count, it's Reed Montgomery who's going up to pinch hit. Is tapped off the catcher, and now Nico Lombardi's down in a heap. He hopped back up and he's hobbling around. That foul tip hit him down low. It looked like it missed the padding. Counts 0-2 to Reed Montgomery. Now the Dirtbags are down to their final strike again. 0-2, slider falls in. It's a called strike 3, and Cal State Fullerton with a resounding win to begin the 15-mile rivalry. 10-0, the Titans win it. Micaiah Negretti gets the win. He improved to 6-2. Caleb Anderson falls to 1-5, picking up the loss. The Dirtbags will try and shake this one off as fast as they can. They'll be playing the second game of this series tomorrow at 6:05. We'll be on the air for it again, so I hope you'll join us at that point. Not a lot else to say about this game. 10-0 Cal State Fullerton wins. They scored all 10 of their runs in the first 3 innings. Fullerton's jumped out ahead early and held that lead the rest of the way. 10-0, Titans win the first game of the 15-mile rivalry, and that'll do it for us here at Blair Field. For Siyah Youngblood next to me, Alex Prado on the board, and the rest of our 22 West sports crew, I'm Bruce Kuntz, and this has been Long Beach State Dirtbags Baseball on 22 West Radio, broadcasting live at 88.1 FM, KKJZ HD3 Long Beach. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night for Game 2 of this 15-mile rivalry series. Thanks for joining us.